H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is Tuesday morning, and there's so much going on, and I can't wait. We got a packed day, and I can't wait to get to it. I'm trying to get to so I can share. Let's everybody do a quick share right now. I'm sharing myself. You know, I won't ask y'all to do nothing that I'm not doing myself. I'm sharing to. I'm on YouTube right now, sharing to what I'm sharing to my Twitter page, and then I'm gonna go over on YouTube and share it to my Facebook page. That's the only thing I got. I'm on too. I ain't got. So I got that, got that. So what's up, everybody? I mean, let me shout out to my starting five today. Hold on, let me get them in the building. Starting five. Let me see who it was. Hold on, let me see. Let me look at 7 different angles. I see those guys over there. I see those go. I see you, Mr. Garrett. Mr. Garrett, you be trying. Mr. Garrett, you got to say hi when you come in. Then you'll pop up on the screen. Let me see. I got Thaddeus Moody. And Thaddeus Moody said, it's a rainy day in the Windy City, but the city is glowing from the Boston sweepstakes yesterday. Yeah, they beat Boston. You were, okay, yeah, they beat Boston yesterday. Yeah. By the time they beat somebody. Corey Willis. We got Jeremy Davis. We got Daryl Anderson. We got Robert Young is in the building. Robert Young, he got y'all today. And my 6th person of the day is Miss Mindy Collins is in the building. Miss Astro and Houston Texan herself. Let me see. Hey, Sonya, I see you, Sonya. Rick Brown, I see you. Patrick, what's going on? Frank Miles is in the oh my God. Tampa Bay's finest. Tampa is in the building. Yes, I'm repping TSU today. You know, in line to vote. Yes. Shout out to Rick Brown, said he and I exercise your right. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that today. We always talk about that. Eric Boone is in the house. If y'all see what's behind me, y'all got to understand. I got to start off. I like to, let me tell you something. Happy homecoming week for all the HBCUs, man. My partner, man, he's on the feed right now. He graduated from Morehouse. He was down there, and this is Howard's homecoming. Look, can y'all see that? Look at that, man. All of that beautiful black people out there, man, just having fun. That's a drone shot of Howard University. And what up, Hatter? See you in that maroon. I just got my tea. I got some few. I've got TSU homecoming this week, right? So of course, HU homecoming. Yeah, that's HS Howard University behind me. And I've had the opportunity to go up there once, and it was cold. It was cold. It was cool though. It was cool, but it was cold as hell. But let me see where we at today, y'all. Well, let me see. Is anybody saying something? Before I go anywhere, I'm gonna see if anybody's saying something in the feed that I want to address. But Boone, I got to talk to you in a minute. I'm glad you're there. Frank Miles, you hold on. I got to talk to you too. Let me tell y'all something. I keep telling y'all about this platform. Frank Miles, Eric Boone, Shannon. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. We have some powerful people that y'all just don't even understand, be watching and supporting this show. And it's just not a local show. It never had that wasn't our intention in the beginning, because we know we got a message that people all over the world need to see. We had guys in Japan tune in. Derek Johnson was stationed in the Army. In every base he was at, he brought it wherever he was. So unique situation, man. But I'm trying to get to my notes. And I just want to share some stuff with y'all. You know, we about to get busy. About to get busy when I get to out of my. Oh, okay. Here we go. Come on, Robert. Come on. Where's that, Robert? Okay. First of all, I want to start this off right now. I know I had something. And remind me to talk about it in the middle of the show. TSU homecoming tickets. Okay? You can get them at the bookstore on the campus. Listen, you ain't got to go to that 4 tickets to the tickets. You know, they got this ticket charge you that crazy uh, 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 service fee. You know, 2 for tickets, something. Don't go there. Great week. Go by the campus. Go over to the bookstore and pick up your tickets. They're playing Lincoln University. That's the school that Gary Payton coaches the foot basketball team. They're playing Lincoln University. But go get your tickets from the bookstore. Okay? Stroll by the campus, especially if you're alumni. Stroll by the campus. Go in the bookstore. It's homecoming week. Go check it out. Guess what? I might go by there one day this week just to go by and just to go by, man. HBCU homecoming is like I told people yesterday. It's a governance structure. It's where we go and where we gather. It don't matter if you went to school there or not. It's just a place that we go. What's up, Franklin Paul? But shout out to Jeremy Davis. You see, I don't know. I guess you ain't been watching the show, but Jeremy Davis, I've been intentionally not wanting to give no more coverage to the rapper shoe salesman that's going out saying all this crazy stuff. So excuse me if I just don't have the energy for it. You know, and I was trying to tell y'all, protecting your energy is not a crime. I'm gonna repeat that. Protecting your energy is not a crime. You follow me? You know, you just you just can't entertain everything. You know, there's so much stuff going on out here, Jeremy. What I want to worry about this guy. What I want to worry about. You notice I don't even call his name. Not gonna give him no more credit on this show. I'd rather talk about you, Jeremy Davis. I'd rather talk about Franklin Paul. I'd rather talk about Naisha Phillips. I'd rather talk about Melvin Dews. Brittany Griner is denied. Yes, she stay strong, Brittany Griner. Yes, she got to be strong. And what's up, Keith Living? Hey, y'all, I keep telling y'all, Keith Liggins is on the show. Let me tell y'all something, man. I got my dudes on the show today, but I want to share with y'all. That's Howard University. I had to share with y'all. I had to turn the music down because I don't want no copyright infringements. But Morehouse, I don't know what the heck. Excuse me, Spelman Morehouse. It's called a Spell House. I was years old when I found out. Don't listen to me, y'all. I'm telling you, when you know better, you do nothing. I didn't know this. It's called Spell House. Go Spelman and what's the name of the school? Morehouse. They combine their homecomings. And then let me hold up. Let me talk to Eric Boone. Y'all bring in a college to play y'all homecoming. They beat y'all 35-0. Herb Baker, I didn't see you there. Herb, I ain't seen you. Herb, you just popped on the screen. You know you, but Herb, you part of the foundation of the Chop Shop. You were there from the beginning. Well, guess what? Y'all, Herb Baker's in the building, y'all. So let me say, what was that? So that is Moody. Eric Boone, y'all come and invite a team to beat the brakes off, but it didn't seem like y'all want to have no fun. Y'all, I got to show y'all this drone shot, and I just hope this music ain't y'all share the show. Everybody share the show, and if you on YouTube, give me a thumbs up right now. Everybody share the show right now, because I'm gonna show you some stuff maybe you haven't seen. Because I know I wasn't up there. Let me show you some stuff that was going on at these homecomings. Let me see where. Let me see where I go first. Where my drone shot at, man? Oh, here we go. Y'all see that? It's shaped like a T. That's one part of the top of the T. Look at all that beautiful black humanity y'all, about his drone, and it's gonna take you all the way down. Can you imagine being out in this? I'm mad because I didn't have time to. I couldn't go this year, and then this the bottom of the tee right here. This the bottom part of the tee. The football field over there to your left, and look at what people are doing, man. I love this. Man, when they sent me this, I said, oh my God, I had to turn the, I'm trying to overdrown the music, talk over the music. But let me tell y'all something. I just like that, man. It's just, it could have been anybody's homecoming. You follow me? They sent me that. He said it looked like the Million Man March. Black Mo, Black Mo, that's my man. Oh my God. Black Mo is in the Mo Kamara is in the chop shop, man. It's crazy today. Share the show. Yeah, that's Black Excellence right there. Black Excellence, and right behind me. And guess what? Black Excellence going to be on display this weekend. TSU homecoming and Prairie View homecoming. So guess what? I hope I hate them to have both the same weekends, and so you got to do some juggling. But it's a great situation, man. I thought about it. Happy birthday to you today. Happy birthday to Eric Boone. Even at this, I think, let me see. Yes. They said, let me tell you something about this Morehouse homecoming a little bit, y'all. Angelina Jolie was there. Okay. My homegirl, I guess she went to Spelman. Kerry Washington was there. Let me give you a little Kerry Washington right here. Let me give you a little bit.
I'm out here with Senator Warnock. I just want to let everybody know that voting has begun. We need you to vote early. We need you to vote now. The deadline for early voting is November 4th. Are you going to be out there? Voting for Warnock. Let's go get it. Democratic, up and down. Let's go get it.
Man, I like stuff like that. Y'all got to remember that's Senator Warnock. Think about this, y'all. It ain't but 100 of those men on the planet. Just 100. 2 senators from each state. I had a friend of mine the other day. I was on the golf course. I ain't gonna call his name. We was out there messing around. And he said, Robert, it's 52 states. I said, no, man, it's 50, man. Man, it's 52, man. Then he had to go back and get his little Google. He said, you right. I said, yeah. So, two senators from each state, and Reverend Warnock is one of those guys. So he was there he's a Morehouse grad. So he was there. Stacey Abrams was out there. She was dancing. She went to school there. And these folk gonna have them old crazy ass folks down there in Georgia talking about what she doing dancing. Governors, candidates don't be that. See, y'all, that's why our voice got to be so loud. So we can drown out them stupid ass voices like that. They criticizing her for dancing at her homecoming. She went to school there, man. That's them folks, them folks in Georgia. Hold up, let me see. I got them walking through the crowd. Hold up, got them walking through the crowd. I had to turn that mess down, y'all. Shout out to Morehouse. Thank you. See, it's a reason I'm doing this. I got friends that were at this thing behind me. Relationships. Eric Boone, who's on the feed right now, he was in the crowd for the Morehouse. Relationships. Then he just texted me something. Hold up, let me see what he just texted me. Oh, I know she was there. Oh, he took a picture with her. Man, cut this out, man. I'm going to put it on the screen. Eric Boone took a picture with former mayor Akeisha Lance Bottom. Eric Boone, why did she quit? Well, I'm going to put this. See, that is Moody. You ain't the only one to take pictures with somebody. That is Moody. I'm going to put this on the screen for y'all. Why did she quit, Eric Boone? Tell me, because I haven't asked nobody. Tell me, was she just got tired of the pressure Let me see, Eric Boone. Let me put him. Why did she quit? I would have asked her. See, you was around there trying to get a hug. I would have asked her to ask questions. Hold up. Let me see. Let me put my man. Thaddeus Moody, you got somebody. You got to run for your money right here, Thaddeus Moody. Hold up, Boone. I got to put Boone in. And I love Keisha Bottoms though. She wasn't playing no games up there. That's why I hate why she quit. Oh, you're discussing Tim. Okay, talk to me later about it. Yeah, don't sit on. Look at that's my boy Boone. He's in the feed right now. He with Keisha Bottoms. I guess she's a Spelman. Is she a Spelman grad? Look at them, man. I mean, all those powerful people down there. Shout out to y'all. See, relationships, man. My dude was there. I got friends that were at the Howard. Guess what? I'm gonna have 1 million friends at TSU homecoming this weekend. I hope to believe you me, I'm gonna get some footage from there. And Doug, you make sure you give me some footage from up there in Prairie View, because I don't know if I'm gonna make it both of them. But what was so unique about it? 21 Savage, a rapper. I don't know what he's singing. I ain't never heard. But what he did something last night. They didn't know it at Morehouse homecoming. The man brought on Drake. Drake come on the stage. I didn't want to play it because there was music playing in the back. He came on stage, said, "Hey, y'all didn't invite me, Spelman and Morehouse. Y'all didn't invite me, but my homeboy invited me." And Drake came on there and did a pop-up concert for the people that are at Morehouse. So it was off. Oh, Keisha's a Florida A&M grad? Okay. I got you. But that's amazing, man. Think about this. Relationships again. 21 Savage, he was paid to be there. He called his homeboy one of the most powerful men in hip-hop, who flies around on a 767 that was gifted to him. He didn't buy that. Was gifted to him by the Canadian, some Canadian airline. They like like an endorsement, like an NIL, like an endorsement. Okay, so he got this big old. Go look it up. The plane is laid out. But let me see what else. I remember this too. A few days back about in 1985, they had Whitney Houston performed at Morehouse College homecoming. I got a picture somewhere from that. Let me see. But I just wanted to share that with you since it's homecoming week. Anybody? Doug Jones? How many Dougs does and beautiful women? Hey, so I saw something last night, y'all. You know I'm gonna start here. I saw something that I kind of liked last night. Hey, y'all. Them Houston Rockets play some exciting basketball. Y'all remember I boycotted the Rockets? When my people left, they was treated. When my folks left, I boycotted them, but I recommitted myself to the Houston Rockets when I realized what's going on. Houston, Texas, is the only city that's got a black head coach in football, black head coach in basketball, pro basketball team, black head coach, the pro manager at the pro baseball team, and also to have a black mayor. Okay, Houston Rockets beat Utah. Utah was undefeated. I thought Utah, Danny Ainge, everybody talking about Danny Ainge wanted to tank for Victor Wembanyama. But when I thought about me cheering, I can't cheer against my own interests because I'm not a fan. See, if I had a fan, I just had one team. Remember, I like players. Whatever a player that I have a relationship with, I like. If y'all notice certain teams, high school teams, I like because I got a relationship with the coach or the player. I like Dobie because Franklin Paul's on here. I like Yates because I got a great relationship with Greg Wise. I like Hightower because Bryce Griggs went to Hightower. I like Shadow Creek because Money Mike go to Shadow Creek. that's just the way I am. But when I see something like that happening, and you know, I don't know if it'll ever happen again. But Houston is the only city. Frank, y'all don't have that in Tampa Bay. You don't have that in Dallas. Who Keith, y'all don't have that in Dallas. You know, so I have to recognize. So man, I'm watching these kids, man. I'm watching them. I'm taping the games and I'm going back and taking little looks at it and just seeing they just young and they make mistakes. But I saw something last night. That I'm encouraged by. Watch this.
On the angle the first time, excellent job.
I'm gonna let y'all see it again. Watch it again. It was a confrontation between Jalen Green and Jabari Smith. Our top pick from the year before and our top pick from this year. Confrontation. Kind of like it. Did y'all see something? These two young kids arguing. Herb Baker. Eric Gordon didn't move. So that takes me back to the Draymond Green and Jordan Poole situation. Draymond and they were going back and forth. Steph and all them people, they was right there and had their back to it. And nobody looked. Is it that these young guys argue so damn much that the veterans just said, what? Y'all help me. I got some people on here that I want to hear y'all. I want to hear you, Frank. I want to hear from you, Keith Liggins. I hope you're still on. Hey, y'all, let me tell y'all something. And I'm not going to say stuff like that at that extreme, Jeremy, but I don't think Eric Gordon is good for this team, this young team. I just don't. I ain't never liked his game. I like him, but his game, he always falling down. Hey, Baker, if I got a player that I'm guarding and he always falling down, hey, Baker, guess what? Don't you know I'm going the other way? We going to get that rebound because he on the ground. I'm going the other way on him. I'm just talking about basketball right now. No, I don't think that. I don't care if it draws more attention or not, man. Players argue. I'm trying to let y'all know that players argue. Mindy, it's okay to have a disagreement. It's okay in the heat. I used to argue with my best friend all the time. We argue all the time. But he learned not to argue too much with me. I won't pass him the damn ball. Don't ever argue with the point guard. Never. Coach can call a play, man. I said, man, coach, I just didn't see it, coach. My bad, coach. My bad. I'll get him the next time. He won't even know I'm mad at him. No, I think, y'all listen. No. I think this argument was a great thing. That showed me them young guys got fight in them. They weren't disrespectful. If y'all, I want y'all to watch from the beginning. First, the young fella was over. I don't know what was said, but for me knowing Jalen Green, man, you done looked me out. Coach, you done looked me up. Y'all got to realize, all three of our young guys scored in the 20s. So, first Jalen was over him, standing over him. And don't no man like no man be standing over him. I don't know, y'all. Listen to me. Don't be standing over me talking crazy to me. I'm going to stand up. So take a close look at it again.
Honestly,
thank God for my young fella, Kevin Porter. He the one was saying, man, hold up, player. I don't know what happened. I wish I could have asked somebody about what happened and before in the morning. Something happened in an exchange, but I like that. I like that, Larry Etienne. I like that, Sonya. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, Thaddeus Moody, I treated blue. They got a whole nother conversation. This is what I love about the Chop Shop. They got their own conversations going on between each other. Frank? Man, we done already talked about voting already. You late, homeboy. Talking about how to remind everybody they do early voting. We done already talked about that. We always talk about that. Somebody standing in line right now, Mike. You're late, Mike. Hey, let me tell you something. I ain't worried about the people on this show. I'm worried about their kinfolks. Because if we don't share the show, how the people gonna know? So everybody should be shared. Mike should have a thumbs up. Larry Etienne should have a thumbs up on YouTube. Who are King Sticks? Mr. Barnes should be thumbs up. I'm going through. I'm calling y'all out. Jeremy Davis should be thumbs up. Who else? Eric should have a thumbs up. D. Holcomb should have a thumbs up. I'm going. Who else? Who else? Keep going. You on YouTube, you got to have a thumbs up. If you on Facebook, you got to share it. I'm messing with you, Mike. But no, what do y'all think about that? What do you think? I liked it. I guess y'all don't like the Rockets. But it's something we got to keep an eye on. You got to remember, Jalen Green was the darling last year. Now Jabari is the number one pick this year. You got me? Them top picks, they're a little territorial. They're a little territorial. What else I got for y'all today? Where I'm at? 30 minutes. I'm doing good. Doing good. Y'all, I saw something last night. I saw John Morant. They played against Kevin Garnett. I mean Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving last night, and they beat him. Okay, they beat him. Kevin Allen, thank you. The Silver Fox is in the building. I've already told people, if you're just coming on, I'm going to tell you again, you can get your tickets for the TSU homecoming. Go by the campus. Go on the yard this week. I'm going to talk about this every day. Go on the yard and pick up your tickets from the bookstore. You don't have to go on no site and get them. Go on the yard and pick up your tickets. Brandy said, I love the Rockets. I don't like that fighting during the game. Brandy, I love that fighting during the game. Brandy, I loved it. Because guess what? If you ain't arguing with your teammate, you ain't trying to win. Brandy, it's something about being in the heat of battle on a basketball court with so many emotions going back and forth. Young guys don't like to lose. Guys ain't lost that many games in their life, and they come to Houston and they losing. Let me tell you something. It's gonna be some confrontation. Arguing like that, yes. They didn't swing on each other. He probably told him, don't be standing over me talking. I don't know what he said to him. I probably would have told him to say, I don't know what happened. But I like it. But this John Morant dude, man, and these Grizzlies, man, sometimes, people will say, they just have, y'all got them, the Grizzlies been Jimmy been joking about the Grizzlies for years. Talking about they ain't this and they ain't this and they ain't this. And I ain't been trying to rub it in, They played against my favorite team last year. Let me tell you something. I was cheering against the Grizzlies because I love Stephon Curry. been knowing him for a long time. Relationships. I don't know these Grizzlies players that well. Now, guess what? I got Junior, so I got to cheer for him now. You follow me? So I'm watching this game last night, and they beat Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and Kyrie Irving. These group of young guys. But this Ja Morant, I told y'all the other day, and somebody told me he got a lot of Ja Morants growing around in the neighborhood. We found that to be untrue. But he's a special dude. I'm watching the game last night. He could have easily had 50 last night. He could have easily had 50 last night. Right? He wound up with 38. I watched how this team in the makeup of this team and how they surround him with all of these tough. They surrounded him with some. I don't like to call them goons. I don't like that because that's. They surround him with some mentally tough guys. See, people think you have to be tough. Sometimes you got to be mentally tough. Sometimes you got to know when not to fight. Hold up. Sometimes you got to know when. They surrounded this guy, man. There's a maturity level about this team. I watched them when they played against Golden State. I'm just watching. Terrence, you must have been watching them. Ja last night, he fouled Ben Simmons out. I got the video, but I didn't want to play it for y'all. Ben Simmons reached and he fouled out. Ja told him go sit down. But it was a reason for that. 3 years ago, Ja was playing with the ball and looked back at the coach. Okay, look back at the coach. Ben shot up against him, hit the ball away, and went dunked it when Ben was playing for Philadelphia. I wish I had to put that video on the screen for you. This 3 years ago, Ja remembered it. And he said, I was going to bait him into it. Ja was playing with the ball. You know how you let the ball roll up the court? Roll up the court. He got the ball. Ben got a little aggressive. Ja just went at him, fouled him out. Ja said, bye. See you later. When a young man thinking like that 3 years back, some people can't tell you what play happened in a game before. What a draft pick, y'all. Memphis thought they would lose. Memphis thought when they didn't get the number one pick, they were sad because everybody want who? Zion. What a pick this boy is. Y'all got to remember the start of last year was the Ja Morant show. Ja Morant. He got hurt and the team still flourished. Remember, I keep telling y'all, the sign of a great leader is not the guy that has a lot of followers. The sign of a great leader are those who make other leaders. You can tweet that if you want to. The sign of a great leader are those who make other leaders. He got hurt. This team flourished. Barnes, go give us the receipts where you said Ja was the safer pick. I want you to go get a kid out of Murray State University. You show me the receipts and you sent them to me to show me where you said that he was a safer pick. Y'all, come on, man. The Chop Shop. You know I'm a go get the receipts. Don't argue with me. Don't argue. Just bring me the receipts. If you're gonna put it up on the screen, you know I'm gonna see it. I knew Ja was a safer pick. A guy from Murray State was a safer pick. The guy from Davidson was the safer pick. The guy from Lehigh was the safer pick. The guy from Weber State is the safer pick. Go look for the tweets and send them to me. I got you, baby. Screenshot them and send them to me. Y'all, I'm just explaining. He got a personality that's infectious. And I think that's underrated in the NBA. Y'all got to realize some of these players don't nobody want to be around. When they land in the cities, they go in 17 different directions. Them losing teams. Let me repeat that. I think it's underrated in the NBA to have an infectious personality. That's what Ja Morant had. He cool with letting his teammates shine. They won 56 games last year, y'all. And he missed 25 of them, Landon I won. They were 20-5 without him. Y'all remember a fan courtside? I talked about it on the show. Man, you need to stay. I wish you'd have stayed hurt when he first came back and wasn't playing well. One of them ignorant ass fans. The kid said, people done cheered against me all my life. He said, but that one hurt. That was one of my own fans. I'm trying to get back. Y'all remember I talked about it. If you've been on the show long enough, but over a year, I talked about it on the show. The front office has done a great job with this guy. Y'all, there's something about it. I'm watching, and I just called out some names, and I hope y'all realize what I was saying. These mid-major guys, CJ McCollum, Lehigh, Stephen Curry, Davidson, Damian Lillard, Weber State, Ja Morant, all four of them. They leaders. They were overlooked as young players. All y'all be whining about it. Where my son? Where my son ranked? Where my son? He ain't got no offer. Kansas didn't want him. Baylor didn't want him. Curry went to Davis. Curry had a daddy in the NBA. His daddy, alma mater, Virginia Tech, said, no, we don't want him. Too little. They forgot to measure his heart. Damian Lillard, didn't nobody want him. Weber State said, come on out here, Utah. We got you. CJ McCollum, didn't nobody want him. He was little too. He was real little. Went off to Lehigh. Took him to the NCAA. Curry took Davis. I don't know what Damon did. Lillard. What did they make it to the NCAA? Thaddeus Moody, I know your Kevin Freitman would tell me. Ja Morant went to the NCAA, took Murray State on a nice run. Overlooked as a young players. I hope you're letting your kids know this. Don't worry about where nobody have you ranked. Just keep the process. Keep balling. Don't get mad because the guy in the hat don't rank him. Telling you, that's why I love to be able to tell the story. Y'all got to understand, I had a son grow up in the same environment y'all did. In fact, y'all got it easier. He never talked about being ranked. Never, ever, 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 ever. My son come home, tell my man where I'm ranked at. Never. I don't know. He knew I didn't want to hear it. I didn't care. What I told him, your school hadn't been to the playoffs in 10 years. You go win and watch what happens. Kendrick Lewis said he's from in Fremont. Mama, when they come to you complaining, guess what? I said, man, put the work in. Point guards, especially the point guards got to win. I don't think Memphis has had a losing season since this kid been in the league. I might be wrong, but I don't think they had a losing season. What's up, Kurt? Yo, this stuff is kind of simple. We got parents mad at Doug and Jimmy and Jeffrey Day because of where their sons is ranked at. Don't get mad at him. Y'all got me now. If he good, I'm going to see him and I'm going to talk about it. And some coach going to listen. Got to be good, though. Got to be good. In this case, now it got to be great. If he playing on, I gave you the figures yesterday. I gave you the figures. What did I say yesterday? I forgot. I gave it to you. There are 1 million black boys last year that wanted to play in the NBA. Of that million, only 400,000 will make it to play high school basketball. So if your kid is on a high school basketball team, he doing pretty good. Hey, Joe. My sister-in-law is on there. No, my sister. I'm sorry. My sister. Y'all hear me? Listen to these numbers. Of that 400,000, only 4,000 will make it to play college basketball. Okay? Follow me? Of that 4,000, only about 35 will make it to the NBA. Might be a little bit more now, but about 35 will make it. And of that 35, only 7 will start. And the average life of an NBA player is 4 years. So, the real problem, Josephine, Kendrick Lewis, Landon, Ardwan, is we have 1 million brothers looking for 7 full-time jobs that only last for 4 years. Hold up. I got to give me something on that one, my damn self. Hold up. And yet, last year, we had 100,000 jobs available in computer programming, engineering, or being a doctor. Doug Smith, man, what's going on, babe? Check this out. Yet only 1,000 brothers were qualified. So, our appeal to black males is to realize the odds. I just want you to be better mathematicians. That you do most will be that you do best. We were the first doctors, not Hippocrates, but Imhotep. So we have the ability, either in math and science, or music and sports. We got it. We got the ability in all of it. But that you do most will be that you do best. If you play basketball from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, you'll be a very good basketball player. Kendrick Lewis, John Newsom, Doug Smith. But what if you went home and went to the library? You'd be a very good scholar. We need more black male role models that would encourage our youth in math and science. I'll never forget this. A lesson that my son and his basketball team received from a secular poet. A lot of y'all have, a lot of people have, ostracized him and canceled him, talk about R. Kelly. I'll never forget he had a concert here. And I took a few guys on his team to the concert. And R. Kelly, I don't know why, he didn't know these young kids was in here. He said something. He said, because it was right the time Obama was running for president. I'll never forget he said this. He said, y'all, we don't need no more rappers and singers like me. We need some more Barack Obamas. We need some more senators. We need some more lawyers. We need some more doctors. Them young men, as I taking them home, that's all they were thinking about. They talked about it. Kendrick Lewis said he worked construction. We need more blacks in infrastructure. Yes. We need more blacks to own the companies that hire people like you. We just got to get smarter, y'all. I mean, and let me tell you something. We getting there. We getting there. Terrence Foley, we getting there. I'll never forget it. Terrence, I'm sitting up in there and I'm saying, man, oh, wow, what's going on? Got something else I want to show y'all. Hold on. Should I go to a break? Let me give you a quick break and I'm coming right back. Got something else for you. Then Jimmy coming. Hold on, let me find break. There it is.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. And while we was away, Thaddeus Moody put this on there. So had it last year, everybody was writing him off, but let's not forget the great job. Wasn't nobody writing Chauncey Billups off. Who was writing him off? He was a first-year coach. How can you write somebody off in the first year? His ass was losing last year. Now he winning. Ain't nobody wrote him off. He ain't done nothing. Thaddeus Moody, he ain't what he done. He lost. So when you lose, that comes with it. That was Magic Johnson was telling it was Magic was telling Russell Westbrook what goes on with winning and losing. Dude, they used to call Magic, said they used to call me Tragic Magic after I won 2 championships. But it's a way you do to the press. You can't be around here fighting the press. You just got to keep saying, you can't go over and come back and say, oh, I played solid. Let me show y'all something, man. Like all these people, you know, people was coming over here arguing about when Jameson Morrow put up there the figures about the ACT test, we going down and all that. I saw something that blew me away. I think it's on the East Coast somewhere. I'll get the information later. But this student, these 4th grade students, was in this classroom. I got y'all to hear this. Y'all got to hear this. I'm finna go back. I'm finna take y'all back. Because our students, our kids are more important than these dudes. Watch what this little girl says. Listen closely.
More than they should be. So he can like. Was there money back then?
Well, yes, there were banks. There were banks back then. But where did this king come from? Who is this king? Send some shine to Derek. Thank you, Derek. Brianna. Trap Brianna.
I'm gonna take an intellectual risk, and I'm gonna say I'm adding.
I'm going to stop. That little 4th grade girl got up and said, I'm going to take an intellectual risk. The teacher, it's some of y'all ain't never said that. This our 4th graders. Look who's teaching her. She said, I'm going to take an intellectual risk and answer this question. I had to stop there because I wanted y'all to hear that. Hold on. Blew me away.
More than they should be. So he can like. Was there money back then?
Well, yes, there were banks. But where did this king come from? Who is this king? Send some shine to Derek.
Here she come.
Thank you, Derek.
Here she come.
Brianna.
Watch how she step
Trap
up.
Brianna.
I'm gonna take an intellectual risk, and I'm gonna say I'm adding on to Derek and saying that I think that the king was being unfair, and he was like he was giving the black people more money to pay for their taxes, and the white people less money to pay for their taxes.
Thank you for adding on.
Oh! She said, I'm going to add on to what he said. These people talking about our 4th graders. I had to share that with y'all, man. It blew me away. She said, look, I'm going to take an intellectual risk. John Newsom, did you hear what that little baby said? That's the next Stacey Abrams. She said, and I'm going to add to what John said. And some grown people don't know how to talk like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to give y'all that. When they talk about our kids ain't this and our kids ain't this, yes, our kids are. Everything that they want to be. I had another one for you. Have any of y'all ever heard, Jamie be on in a minute. I don't know the name of the school. I had to go back. They sent me some information on the school. I'll find it out. It's not in Houston. But I saw something. Have anybody ever heard of the jock tax? We'll give y'all something. This is your barbershop and beauty shop talk. Mindy, you're gonna seem like the smartest girl in class when you're around your girls later. Have anybody heard of the jock tax? The jock tax. Jock tax. Okay. All right. I was giving you a minute. Pro athletes, y'all. What's up, Alfio? Pro athletes pay taxes in every state because of Michael Jordan. Okay? Duh. Pro athletes pay taxes in every state because of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, y'all. Y'all keep talking about, I love LeBron. But this dude right here, man. According to NBC Sports, right? The jock tax didn't exist until Michael Jordan won the championship with the Bulls in a 4-1 series against the Lakers in 1981. Go look it up. I know y'all that you're Googling it. I know you're Googling it. I know you're Googling it. I'm just giving you something. I'm giving you something. When Jordan was celebrating with his teammates, the state of California notified his accountant that he owed taxes for his team for the time his team spent playing in LA in the finals. You got me? Jordan didn't live in California, so being forced to pay taxes simply because he played there was highly unusual. Okay. I said 1991. I thought I said it. Every one of y'all bring up shit I already know. In direct response to the new policy, Illinois, when the Bulls were passed a bill famously known as Michael Jordan's Revenge, imposing income tax on athletes from California and other states that impose taxes on their residents. Y'all hear this? California said they messed with Jordan. Illinois came back and said, okay, I got something for your ass. Many cities and state governors followed suit, seizing the opportunity to reach into the pockets of visiting athletes. This rule is ruling right now, y'all. Today, nearly every state that hosts professional sports, a professional sports team has enacted their own jock tax policy. Now, the average NFL, NBA, a Major League Baseball player has to file 15 to 16 tax returns a year. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing? Did y'all see that? Have anybody heard of the jock tax before today? I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it out. Shout out to 1991. Okay, 1991. I'm sorry. 1991. All right. Y'all good listening, sir. Barnes, you be so listening. Listen. Find that tweet. Barnes. Yeah. Lori was wondering. But Lori, that's how it starts. That's how it started. Ain't this unbelievable? But let me see. I saw something. You know, like I said, shout out again to Jackson State University. Game College Game Day. What's the guy's name? Desmond Howard is already on campus. Deion's son, Bucky, Deion Sanders Jr., his oldest son, he got a media company called Well Off Media, whatever what it is. So he's always, when you see all of the videos, it comes out through his media company. Okay, all the videos, it comes out of Jackson State. Keep the money in house, right? Now you don't have to have no personal accountant that travel with you. No, hell no, that's no. But what was it? Man, he got me off my game. Yeah, and Desmond Howard came, and what And what D1 was explaining to Desmond Howard, he said, man, I want my son to film everything that y'all are doing. Y'all watch this, Doug, so he can see how y'all do it. Game day, supposed to be top of the line. I want my son to mirror and follow your production crew around. So what he did, Deion Sanders empowered his family. Desmond Howard said something. He said, man, game day we ain't doing y'all no favor. Y'all earn this. When you win like this, we got to come see you. So we bring our whole production crew. Think about this. If Jackson State not winning, Deion Sanders Jr. don't have this opportunity. It's to all you jealous people, the other HBCUs who be jealous of what's going on. Southern University is going to get more exposure than it ever had. If your guys on Southern team think they pros, they got some pros on Jackson State time, so it's your time. You got to come shine against them pros. If you're a cornerback, you got a Heisman Trophy candidate over here. You got to pick him off. You follow me? But my pledge to you, and I know everybody didn't do it yesterday. I hope y'all tweeted ESPN and told them to don't have no Bush League team down here covering this game this weekend. Don't send your B stream coming down here, and don't send your little raggedy ass cameras that messes up on every streaming. Don't send that crap down there. ESPN. See, I love how y'all, hey, you correct me with 81. Correct ESPN. Like that, Robert. I said 1981, I meant 1991. Do me a favor and go tweet to ESPN. Everybody who corrected me. Correct that up there. You following? You follow me? We so good to correct each other. I was scared, boss. The best of business ESPN. No. David Banner should be the what? Why should David Banner be the guest picker? Explain it to me. Why should he? Explain it to me. Y'all listen to me. Y'all see how better we got to get? All we got to do, man. Doug Smith, think about what I just said. Doug Smith, did you see that Campbell game? Y'all got to understand, I was out of town, so I was watching it. It's terrible. It was terrible. Jason Peters, we gotta get better. We gotta get better. Game day. 60 Minutes. Good Morning America. Game Day. 60 Minutes. Good Morning America. The Heisman House. Y'all remember I told y'all last time? Heisman guy came from, the Heisman came, invited a guy from HBCU. I told y'all who it was. Steve McNair. Alcorn State. Jimmy, what's up, Doc?
On down. What's going down? What you got rolling? What you got rolling,
I
baby?
got 60 Minutes. Good Morning America. College Game Day. The Heisman House. The Heisman House, Jimmy, is like a caravan that goes around to all the guys that's up for the Heisman. Go to their campus. Jimmy, the Heisman Trophy was on the campus of Jackson State last week. I don't think y'all heard it. I don't think, if it was on TSU, y'all be hollering. Hey, maybe it'll come to TSU soon. But we got to cheer for him, to cheer for the next guy. How you going to get your blessings? You around here mad because somebody else getting blessed. Man, I ain't cheering about that. But you know what? Jimmy, that is Moody. I'm glad you're here. I heard an interview with some young HBCU students, that were interviewing Eddie Robinson, and they asked him the tough questions. What do you mean? About he ain't swag. I got you, Jim. Hold on, Jim. He ain't swag. Eddie didn't address really. Eddie just really addressed it, what being swag was. Eddie said, man, those 12-hour bus rides and the grind. But somebody didn't teach Eddie your grind. All of us got the grind. If your color look like this, Eddie Robinson, you grinding. Deion Sanders didn't have it all easy. He came from Fort Myers, Florida. Have you ever been to Fort Myers, Florida? That is Moody. I understand what Eddie was saying, but Eddie, all you had to do is say, I'm swag. My problem with you, you tried to devalue another man. He ain't swag. No. And I know, heat of the moment, but you're a college coach. You're a Division I college coach. When I listen to Eddie, I understand Eddie. Eddie, you should have shook this man and hugged this man no matter what happened. That's what they want to see. You don't let company know you got a problem at home. If you had did that, we wouldn't even have this problem. Then you get Deion's, get to Deion and say, man, that was some bull crap, player. Like Chris Walker was mad at John Ure for talking crazy to him on this show one day. John Ure was putting stuff and tweeting it. I thought Chris forgot about it. Chris waited till he saw him in person. Chris didn't go on to Twitter and talk about John Ure. Chris Walker said, come here, man. Hey, this is what happened. Let me tell you about this. Then John Ure said, you know what? I found out later. But John Ure, you didn't retract what you said on Twitter. Share the show, everybody. We just got to get better at that, man. So I tell y'all, we just can't be local no more. I got you, Jimmy. We can't just be local no more. We got to get our passports. We might have a global assignment out here. I never forget. A few years back, I was going to where I was going to the Bahamas. I called this girl. I said, "Hey, pack your clothes, girl. We're going to the Bahamas." Ask woman. I ain't got no passport. "35 years old, you ain't got no passport." Then I found out a lot of black people just don't have them. So worldview out here, man. There's some people thinking about, that's why I'm telling you, it's some people on the other side of the pond got the same talent that you have over here. High school basketball players, high school football players, mostly basketball, tennis players, golfers. They got tutors. They got mentors. They got people that they're listening to. They're sitting at the feet of masters of their field. You follow me? And we trying to compete against these guys. Then you wonder why Victor Wembanyama just said, "Look, I'm finna stop my season, Jimmy. I'm finna stop my season. Take me over to America. They talking about this dude, Scoot Henderson. Take me over here so I can take care of this business." Pull up in Las Vegas, Jimmy, and said, "Let's go." Then they asked him a question. "What do you think about Scoot?" He said, "He's good." Jimmy, he'd be the #1 pick if I wasn't born. I said, "Oh my God, I like him. I like him." But welcome back. Jimmy, you can have it for a minute. You can go wherever you want to. You know, I done went in uncharted waters, baby.
You was talking HBCUs. Want to guess I got a bit of bittersweet news for you guys in regards first to the sweet Texas Southern University. The numbers are every year, around about October, November, the numbers come out for as enrollment in various colleges. So around the state of Texas, Texas Southern University saw the largest enrollment gains based on percentage of any school in Texas, college, Division I. We're talking about. Well, actually, we're talking about colleges, period, because they have St. Thomas, University of St. Thomas is in that. So of all colleges in Texas, Texas Southern University had the largest increase of enrollment. 45% increase in freshmen alone for TSU, Texas Southern University. And which is an awesome thing. And in case you're wondering how many students TSU have, as far as the 7,500 was the number from last year. 8,600 is the number fall of 2022. So 8,600 went from 7,500 to 8,600. That's a plus 1,100. As far as the freshmen, when I said a 45% increase, it had 1,294 freshmen registered 1 year ago, fall 2021, up to 2,373. 2,373. So that's up more than 1,000.
So almost 3,000 kids.
3,000.
We got almost 3,000 freshmen right now. Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good because that's an uptick. That helps Those are dollars at work.
So that came from 1 year to the next. That big
Yeah.
of an increase? That's
Yeah.
absolutely. That's absolute.
Yeah.
And guess who was in that? Mindy Collins' daughter is a freshman at TSU, so she is one. She's in that.
Yeah, and so
Mm-hmm.
it was. Now I understand because I was kind of in my feelings about a month and a half, 2 months ago,
What?
because I went to make the move to go back to school to get my degree, and they told me all the stuff was full. They recommend I come on and start in the spring. I'm like, I ain't asked to start in the spring. I want to start. I want to start in the fall. But now I understand those numbers, the space just what. Because I was going to do online, but I'd rather go in. I was going to do one class online and one class on the campus. Because
Jimmy, your statute of limitations up on you man.
Well, that mean I ain't on. That mean I ain't.
You gonna be a freshman when you go.
No, that mean I ain't suspended no more or something like. Or what they call it?
No, yeah. No, that means you gonna be a freshman again because them old grades don't count.
No, that's not true.
All right, at Memphis, it is.
That's not true. Even if and guess what? And even if it is, whatever.
You just start over. Because guess what?
Hey, the people asked me on the phone, the girl lady asked me, what you want to major in? I say, whatever is the easiest one, because the degree is not going to be used. It's just going to be a token that would make my mother proud looking down upon me. I say, I couldn't give a damn if it was basket weaving. I don't care. The degree is not going to be utilized by me to get a job.
Well, go get Jimmy. I don't think they got no basket weaving there.
What
get
they
in
call
the research class, man. Research something.
Kinesiology. That way I can tell. I can be able to tape my own ankles at my events.
Hey man,
and save some money.
Yeah. But no, I'm telling you, them old grades. If them old grades, they ain't counting them, boy. If they count them, I said, TSU a bad motor school. I think it's a certain number after 10 years or something like that.
But boys, mine way more than 10. We're gonna see how it goes.
I know, but that's all right. But guess what? You start out as a freshman. Dude, that'll be cool, man.
No,
I tell you what, if you start out, I'll go and get me another degree. I'll go find a degree. Let me something I want. You know what? I want to study computer. I want a master's in computer science. So I'll go over there and do. I promise you. If you go, I'll go get me another degree. Let's go.
I'm gonna have to go. I want to do them people that still do your lesson for you. I'm gonna have to go find me one of them when I get on campus.
Oh my God.
That's easy. You discouraging me. You telling me.
No, don't worry about that. No,
you telling me about 10 years and stuff. My stuff ain't gonna count. Boy, they take my credit.
You're gonna start over as a freshman, but it's okay. Jimmy, think about this. What year is this? What year is this? Hold up. This is hold on.
I got about 70 hours, man.
No, I know. But what year is this? 2022, right? Yeah. Right? So if you start now, you'll graduate in 2026, right? So guess what? 2026 gonna get here. Whether you have your degree or not, it's gonna get here. So you might as well go get the degree, because 2006 coming. So you might as well have your degree in 2006, because it's coming. We can't stop that. So just go piecemeal that thing. Hey, get online. You know who's gonna be helping you over there. I ain't gonna call her name. You know who's gonna be helping. Yeah, give me that computer. Get out the way. I got this.
That's what she said. You ain't gotta call nobody to do your work. You ain't gotta call and pay nobody to do that. I can do that.
Yeah, I know what she gonna say. Yeah. 2026 gonna get here, man. I'm telling you. I told a partner of mine that who told me, man, I want to go to law school. Man, I want to go. I said, man, 2000, well, I forgot what it was. 2015 gonna get here, player. Whether you had a law degree, it's up to you. You have to do it. He went on, did it. Now he a lawyer. So, dude, I promise you it's going to be fun. Hey, I want to go to TSU and take a class anyway. I want to go to HBCU. I'm going, Jimmy, I ain't going online. I'm taking my butt over there to this school. I want to be on the campus.
You know, that's going to be, so I'm, don't get it twisted. I was nervous as hell, but I was ready to go on and start in the fall. I just
nervous for what?
The spring is what rocks me, because the spring.
Because you be doing a lot.
Yeah, That's the thing that, you know. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm nervous. I can handle the fall. I can buck the fall. That spring one is when my rhythm is gonna be, it'll be off. You got
Dude.
spring icebreaker.
Guess what
got-
you'll do? You'll work around that. I promise you. You'll have some workarounds. Okay, you'll have some workarounds. Cause guess what? You get what you're gonna keep thinking. Man, 26 gonna get here, man. I'm gonna still be doing events. This event gonna still be here. I'm gonna have another one next year. But I need to have that degree in 26.
Well, that. Let me see, 20.
26,
I
26.
got. You got to realize, right? So I got to go in that hall. You know what I'm saying? I get the Hall of Fame.
Yes!
Go and get me some alphabets. I need to give me some alphabets.
I like that.
My wife got alphabets behind her name. You know what I'm saying? I
Man,
need to give me some alphabets.
Dude.
I got to give me some alphabets. You know what I'm saying?
They need some. Jimmy, you need some of these on your wall, Jimmy.
What you got there?
I ain't letting nobody take no pictures. You know these mama, they be around here. They be around here. Screenshot. There's two of them up there on the wall. I wish I had a camera I could put them on. I can't pick them up at the same time. But dude, it's good, man. It's cool, man. It's cool. But now, what else you got?
Man,
Because them people gonna get to talking crazy.
B. Scott, I see you. B. Scott say something about you get some life experience credits as a business owner. Let me negotiate with the register. Man, B, you gonna get me expelled from the damn school.
He ain't in no fraternity. Man, hey, Jimmy, don't these bootleg folks, don't be listening to them. No, sir. We good. You good. Jimmy, you will be considered as a non-traditional student. Plus, you can receive many discounts on your classes. Thank you, man. Man, see, the people giving you some encouragement. You around here listening to the bootleg folk. Hold up. Look at that. Jimmy, they like for old folks to come up in there.
Oh, really? What's the age?
Yeah, man, look here. Sean Jones just went back and got his law degree.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago, Hal.
I mean, but damn, Jimmy, 5 years ain't nothing.
But he had a motive. He was using his degree. Sean went to go use his degree. Sean
didn't have to use that degree. Sean ain't use. I mean, if he want to use it now, Jimmy, whatever you said. Taping ankles. Hold up, Jimmy. No, Jimmy. You can take statistics and analytics.
That's kind of spooky.
No, that ain't spooky.
Working with it now.
Yes.
I gotta see what they're working with. Or I can do it like Heaven did it, huh? I can do it like Heaven did it.
Man, don't tell me what Heaven did. I don't know what the hell Heaven was doing.
And Heaven was at the BET Awards working last month.
That ain't had nothing to do with her degree. That ain't had nothing to do with her degree. She was going from school to school. No, you ain't trying to do all that. You trying to just say, man, once you started, you're gonna be all right. The thing is,
yeah, man. So that's the ticket on that. And then also, giving you guys the news, just tune in. We'll ask you to share the show if you would. This is the perfect time to share the Chop Shop to your timelines, to your groups, to your pages. We were talking some HBCU information and proud to inform you guys that Texas Southern University has increased their enrollment from 1 year, fall 21 to fall 22. And they went from 7,500 to 8,600 students. Meanwhile, Prairie View A&M.
what they do?
Them, along with San Jack, saw the largest decreases in enrollment in the state of Texas. Prairie View is now down to 8,998 students. They had 9,353 last year. And San Jack has 30,356, down from 31,577. San Jack is a 2-year junior college that's basically a commuter school located in Houston. They have a couple of locations. One is right next door to North Shore High School, and the other one is out in Pasadena. Those are two that I know. I think they have a third location as well. Speaking of those schools, guess what? University of Texas. University of Texas had 52,261 students 1 year ago. Fall 2022, 1 year later, University of Texas has 52,384 students, which is an all-time high for the University of Texas. It's the most students ever enrolled in the Austin-based campus. That's 52,384. In case you're wondering, and put stuff in perspective, a school with pretty low enrollment, right, compared to some of these other colleges in their Division I. Houston Christian University is what used to be known as Houston Baptist University. Remember, they changed their name a couple of months ago from HBU to HCU. Well, Houston Christian University has 4,257 students, roughly half the amount of Texas Southern University, roughly less than half the amount of Prairie View A&M University. And University of Houston, I'll give you this. U of H, remember I told you how many University of Texas have? 52,384. University of Houston has 47,031 students. Ain't but like 5,000 behind University of Texas. U of H, 47,031 students. To put that in perspective, Texas Tech has 40,528. Baylor has 20,709. Texas State down in San Marcos has 38,376. Just want to give those numbers and put stuff in perspective. Let us know that our numbers are increasing, and we're talking HBCUs. And mentioned Dion, and I kind of understand an angle that or card that one or two coaches from the SWAC have played publicly, and that is when you're talking about the sport of football. Normally, coaches are relaying and teaching. Remember, you're teaching hardness. You're praising hard. You're teaching nobody to fall weak. We ain't looking like we soft. So some coaches could very well be coming from a pure spot in their heart where they just straight up hating on Dion, just don't like him. Everybody not gonna like the way you walk, not gonna like the way you talk. And then there's others that just, you done went so far and doubled down so many times on the plank when teaching your players. Man, I'm not for to praise him. We got to play against him. I got to beat him. So I cannot let him. So maybe that's maybe a card that one of those coaches maybe have played in their efforts to to try to rally their team to understand, man, look, we don't care who he is. We just going to maybe. And they maybe really, really adore him or really, really respect him. And at the end of we'll know in due time. So that's what I'm wondering, because what he's done, think about it like this. The record books, no matter what happens, do you think right now you can tell the history of the SWAC football without mentioning Eddie Robinson III? Can you give an accurate assessment, a general overview, without mentioning the coach from Alabama State? Do you think you could tell the history of the SWAC football without mentioning the coach that was at Southern last year, who first came out after media day, and he's no longer at Southern? Do you think you could tell the history of the SWAC without mentioning Clarence McKinney, the head coach of Texas Southern right now? Or even Bubba McDowell? Just an overview of the SWAC. That's how you can put things in perspective. You could debate on these other 4 guys I just mentioned, but that's one thing for certain. There's no way you can give an accurate assessment or a recap of SWAC football. I'm talking about 50 years from now, 20 years from now, without mentioning Deion Sanders' name. You won't be able to do it. His name is he already has a star on the SWAC Mental Walk of Fame. Now, you may not like it, some may not support it, but it is what it is, because economically, the whole entire conference benefits. It seeps into other layers. Let me tell you why. Charles McClellan, Dr. Charles McClellan, who's the commissioner of the SWAC, he used to be the athletic director at TSU, and before that, at Prairie View. He has a home still in Cypress, Texas. So you can't tell him nothing about Prairie View, TSU. He's been in the room. These homecomings that's going on, Charles McClellan would have never let the homecoming, allowed Prairie View homecoming to sit parallel with TSU's homecoming on that weekend. We're talking economics. It would have never happened, ever. And for somebody to come in and to make that happen, we talked about that last week. That's they should be embarrassed. Try to draw a line when those schools. Guess what? TSU Prairie View as a rivalry. It's a rivalry, but I said it before, the schools don't hate each other. They play each other in football the first game of the season. What other rivalry you know that play first game of the season? I'll wait. Can you think of any college rivalry that always play every year, they're going to play the first game of the season, of the regular season? Think about that. Grambling and Prairie View, Grambling and Southern are arch rivals.
They don't play first. They wait.
They play the last game
of
the regular season.
That's the Bayou Classic, ain't it?
Yes. You see what I'm getting at? People sometimes be right there and you don't even pay attention.
So what's the significance of them playing the first game?
Unless they made Labor Day, somebody decided to schedule them first, and it was some good real estate. They played in the Astrodome, had it back in the days, and the Astrodome would be packed. 50,000 people would be there. And so then so on later, they got a sponsor to just.
So you didn't ask nobody how this happened?
I've never asked. I'm thinking that the schedule just fell like that one time. Somebody was stupid enough to put them in the game make them play first. Just like in basketball.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the homecoming. Who determines what day your homecoming is on? Who determines that?
Yeah, I would think it would be the second person, Hatter. The person that's second would be the one. Remember,
what you mean? I'm talking about who is the person that determines. Like, you got my schedule. I got my schedule and I got my
AD signs off on it.
So they 2 ADs didn't call and say.
Well, they don't have to do that. They don't have to do it. You know what? I'll give you the perfect example.
I'm talking about, you just said they don't hate each other.
No, but understand something. That AD that was at Prairie View, he's gone now.
But this happened before. This was planned before. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the homecoming.
Meaning it would happen on his watch if he was the second one. Now, I said I was going to find out. I said to myself on this weekend, I was going to find out in person. Now, guess what? If we got Kevin Allen watching the show right now, the Silver Fox.
He was.
From 90.9 FM. You guys watch him on every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Listen to him, 90.9. Him, Devin Wade, and Ralph Cooper. Good convos. You can listen to him, download the KTSU app, and listen to it wherever you are in the world. Thaddeus Moody, you would love that show. If you just download the KTSU app, Saturday mornings, 9 o'clock Central Time. But I'm curious. I would know that just basically whoever was the second person to do it on the schedule is the one that would be to blame. Because the first one, it ain't like you bumped heads with nobody. Who would first mean the first person to make the schedule, their schedule. So
I just Doug says it didn't happen before, but I'm just saying, why should it happen? Doug, we understand it didn't happen before.
yeah,
We ain't talking about that. What way we can make sure it don't happen again? That's my thing.
yes, exactly.
Because I think it's stupid. I think it's just
very stupid.
It just don't make sense.
And how I was going to give you a prime example of this, and I've been vocal on it in years, and I know how to stop it because it's happened several times over the past 10 years. In high school basketball in Greater Houston, they have what they call the regional tournament that goes to state. Well, the regional tournaments, they would have a 4A, they would have a 5A, right? And then they would have a 6A. Well, there's a lot of people, those are the final 4 teams in the region, and only one would be standing. It's a 2-day, Friday semis, Saturday the championship, and you go, whoever wins, go to state. Well, there's been times where the 5A game, championship game, would start at 2:00, and the 6A championship game would start at 2:00. So that means now one of those, there's a nice chunk of fans that would easily go from one and transport themselves to the other and support both of those young men, those teams that are playing. But if you put them at the same time, you're basically making somebody have to choose. And at the end, you hurt yourself economically. The second person, now understand, the person who chooses first, they could say, well, guess what? We choose 2:00. Didn't nobody else have that time? We put 2:00 and we made it public. Those times are public. Adam, when they make it in those instances like that. Well, guess what? If you know these are athletic directors, and I mean, what time you gonna roll at this year? We're gonna roll at 2. Okay, you rolling at 2, we're gonna go at 4. I guarantee you your numbers, the second person and the first person will see an uptick in their gate, which also means an uptick in your concession stand. You only got one game. You ain't gonna sell many pickles and stale ass nachos and pork dogs at that time any damn way, because most people gonna eat before the after. But you get an uptick in your gate. So communication, that's the thing I never understood. And I've tried my best to get one and best I got, man. We put our time out first. That's on them. It kind of reminds me of me doing events and other people do events on my day. It's like, man, I put my event here. What do you want me to do? I made my event at this time. Why the hell they didn't move their time down? And I understand. So that's why it's always the second person, that gets the blame for that.
Now, Doug, that was a good one, Doug. That ain't bad. He said, I agree, it's done, but do you think the people making the decisions are really worried about other institutions' homecoming? In this particular situation, it's a special situation, Doug. This ain't like, Doug, I can see if it was, Jimmy made the analogy. I don't know about it. Jimmy made the analogy that y'all don't hate each other, but y'all don't like each other, but y'all don't hate each other. And you got people in both families, and we're right down 45 minutes away. People in both families are torn between it. It ain't about you thinking about the institution. It's about people. It's about people. Your event, both of them will be supported by each other. Like all the campers that's gonna be rented. Now they spread it out for one weekend. I could have had a camper for the next weekend because they ain't using it at Prairie View this weekend. I could have had an SUV. What you call that SUV? The RV. So I'm just done, and I understand. Hold up. I just got an answer. Hold up. Ooh, wow. Somebody just texted me and said, Jimmy, you was right. We put our schedule out first. Not sure why they went with the same date. Probably due to scheduling. Scheduling, you got to play somebody on that day anyway.
You got a homecoming. You understand
You
something?
got a homecoming appointment.
You got a homecoming for
opponent.
home games in your conference play regardless. So homecomings aren't just designated for non-conference opponents.
Well, let me just put it out there right, so nobody won't go. TSU put their schedule out first.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes. TSU put their schedule out first.
It had been insinuated to me that I had not.
I just heard from the boss.
And I said that was one of the things that that was one of the things that was a straw on his back when they fired his ass, the AD. The ADs have to sign off on those games.
Okay.
That ain't the thing that got him fired. No.
I knew it had to be some Prairie View foolery. No, I'm just messing around, Doug. Doug, my bad, Doug. My bad, Doug. But I'm glad, Jimmy, I would have never asked him about it if you hadn't never said nothing about it. See, you know better when you do better. I'm glad we asked about it.
Yeah. And guess what? Because I know Kevin Granger.
Yeah. He learned up under McClellan.
He would not have done that.
No, he wouldn't. No, sir.
He had the chance to do that before recently. He would not do that. You know why? Because TSU's homecoming only maybe 4 years ago, it just really came back to the campus.
Yes.
They actually played a game on the campus for homecoming.
Yes. They're going to do it again this year.
Homecoming at TSU, and they smelt it when Prairie View opened their new stadium. They had a 2-year run, and it was like, okay, man, you know what? Ain't nobody going packing the games out at the soccer stadium. Let's try to do a home game.
Yeah.
And guess what? They got the thing right.
It was off the chain.
The home game. It was off the chain. They lost the freaking home game, but it was off the chain.
We weren't thinking about that.
Chain.
Hey, we had Rick Ross.
We had Rick Ross.
Yes.
Concert right there on the doggone outside in the parking lot for free.
Yes. Pastor Lane was over there at that time. Not Pastor. President Lane was the president then.
Pastor Lane like the cussing pastor.
That's Pastor Matthews. That's Pastor Matthews. That is Matthews. That's his name.
So think about that. I mean, so Kevin Granger would not have done that because those other fans, those other students, those neutral, those nominal supporters, those are things you think about it. It's like an election. Right. Those people got to decide what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So you people think it ain't about, and if you're thinking about the community,
wait a minute, who did they play last week? Who did PV play last week?
Lamar.
That could have been their homecoming.
No, that was on the road. That was a road game.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, but the week before didn't they play Southern at home? Southern could have been their homecoming.
Okay.
You got in trouble and got 21 guys suspended in the damn way, but combined between the two.
Yeah, but they're all not going to be spending on the same game. They're going to stagger it. They stagger.
So, but anyway, speaking of course, shifting gears, guys. If you haven't shared the show, would you share the show to your timelines, to your groups, to your pages, and on this Tuesday? Yeah, I'm reading some of the comments right there. Now,
so it might have been a scheduling conflict.
Oh, man, it's never. Come on, man. You get the
Jimmy. I said, Jimmy. Wink. So it might have been a scheduling conflict.
The people don't tell you what game is your homecoming. You scheduling the game. You just affixing your halftime. You designating a game to be homecoming. It could be any damn game you want. Could be your homecoming in football season. But it's normally a home game.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah. Speaking of H-Town.
Okay.
You guys know we got the Final Four coming
to
Houston in 2023. It's going to be lit. Once the balls have already started bouncing. College practices started last week. High school, public schools in the state of Texas officially start practice, I think, on tomorrow for boys.
Oh, dude, tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
It's
yeah.
always a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right? Once these balls start bouncing officially, it's not gonna stop. Let me tell you something. People, y'all know H-Town is junk. People know it now. They used to say, think about it. Think about how you ever heard the saying, you about to say it yourself. Man, this city, man, it's just too big, too spread out, too much. No, that's before you knew where to go. See, it's always been somewhere to go in H-Town. A lot of people didn't know where to go. You get stuck on one side of town, now you get stuck in traffic. You done went to the wrong place.
I love being spread out.
Yeah,
away from. I love being away from everybody.
They move you to Utah, you be good.
Hey, y'all don't understand. Hey, listen to me. I had my greatest time in Park City, Utah. I'm not gonna sit there and play like it, Jimmy. I'm just Jimmy. I was comfortable. Jimmy, I was really comfortable this weekend. Jimmy, I was around 140,000 people, and 1% of them look like me in Austin. 140,000. So I can adapt. I can adapt with all kind of people. Now, what was you talking about? Doug tell me his duck off spot. So tell me about the you saying the ball ain't gonna stop. Once it stop bouncing, it's not gonna stop.
Well, and
solid
Adidas. Well, I'll get in that later. But it's going to be announced real soon, if it hadn't already. The McDonald's All-American game will be in Houston in 2023. So they're bringing it to Texas. Once again, the McDonald's game, a year after the state of Texas, specifically Dallas, sets the record with 5 players from one city. Then the state of Texas, Houston, gets granted the McDonald's All-American games, boys and girls. I don't have the date as it stands, but in the past couple of years, the McDonald's game has been that Wednesday going into the Final Four. It's been that Wednesday. So H-Town, once again, the Final Four is in Houston. It's be the first time. Will it be the first time that the Final Four and the McDonald's game were in the same city, segueing into the other? Think about that. How lit that is. Just think about it. Let it soak in. And
but
so
the
now,
McDonald's All-American ain't that big of an event to the general public. It's just to the basketball community.
In the basketball community, most of your power. See, the thing is how it's 24 kids make the game, boys. We're talking about the boys side, 24 girls. But on the boys side of things, that's 24. Every person of influence, not counting the parents, but that person of influence. Most of those kids that make the McDonald's game, put things in perspective, the vast majority, you can count the 99% of the kids who make the McDonald's game in the boys' side, they played for a sneaker-sponsored program in grassroots. In case you didn't realize that, 99% of the kids that make the McDonald's game did not play for an independent team.
Okay. Now,
the quest to be that, we've had a couple. You can count them on one hand. You follow me?
Okay.
So my thing is, those power brokers from those programs, they're in town. The basketball community, just strictly, the McDonald's game is small for the sake of things, but those guys in town, the college coaches are coming into town. They get them extra bumps in.
So
They can,
like I said, to the general public, it don't matter. To people like you, it matters. To the general public, it don't matter.
no, to the general public, it don't matter.
Yeah,
That don't matter.
yeah, it's a
But
great
if you
thing.
live in a city like Houston
Uh-huh.
and you've never been to one before, you get to go as a fan, as a patron, and you can go and watch that McDonald game. Now the thing is, I think we asked Trey Phillips and we asked Charles McCown, do we have any girls that has a chance? I think it's a dip year for Texas or for Greater Houston for girls. We've been tearing it up lately, but I don't know if we have one that have a chance. On the boys' side, we have two possibles. And we bidding books right now. Hal. We bidding books. We got two possibles. Chris Johnson, Wesley Yates III. Those are two possibles. Ron Holland is a lock. So we will have one for sure. Now, Ron Holland is a lock. He was anointed. He's a USA basketball baby. And Duncanville did finish number one, I think, for his public schools in the country last year. So we won't be blanked out.
What would the game be played? At the Toyota Center?
Yeah. It'll be a Toyota Center. And the thing is, Houston, this is one of those opportunities. If the crowd is not adequate, then it's not coming back here for a long time.
Why? She wasn't adequate. It wasn't adequate in Atlanta when I went. It wasn't adequate in Chicago when I went.
No, Chicago always had crowds. Always.
When I went, it was all right.
They ain't got nothing else to do. It's cold as hell during that time. Well, it's chilly during that time. Chicago, they've had the best turnout in recent years was in Chicago. I mean, don't get it twisted now. They had a little run. They had their own homegrown to help during that time. You know, you had Jaleel Okafor, you had Parker, you had Anthony Davis on the front side of them. So they've had them.
So how many people got to be in the Toyota Center for them to like it? 10,000? It's how they market it then.
I would think from 10.
So if they come in and don't talk about it and advertise on the chop shop, something wrong with them.
Well, that's the whole thing. We got to pay attention to if you guys out there watching, where a lot of people spend advertising dollars at. You know, and they have companies that do that, and those companies are going to go and spend the same blocks that they normally do. They're going and we learned that from being in the radio stations before with the chop shop. Mm-hmm. Certain ones have those are companies that handle those, so it ain't necessarily the McDonald's game itself. It's the company.
They hire companies, and the companies go, yeah. We know.
Just like if you gave somebody some flyers, they're gonna go put the flyers on the cars in the parking lots where they feel safe at, where they used to go.
Right.
May not be necessarily where you need them at, but they're gonna put them where they want to. And so, anyway, that's now Troy Benjamin says 15,000. Man, 15,000 would be a home run.
That'd be a home run.
That would be a straight up home run for Houston. I can't see it.
Houston's just different, man. Unless it's somebody they're attached to. I mean,
unless Wesley Yates make it, because Beaumont was shut down.
Oh, no, that's that. Yeah.
Chris Johnson wouldn't move the needle because he's
not attached to nobody.
Yeah. But if Wesley
Yates, they shut down I-10 trying to get to this joint.
They would be worth. He would be worth probably 3,000 people himself.
Of course. Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because then you're going to get support of the Live On. You'll get some support from the Houston Hoops.
Yeah.
You'll get some support from the JL3. So that's 3 sneaker programs he wore uniforms with in the past 2 years.
Yeah. That That's a great point. Shit, look how many people were from 409 was at the Dallas game, the Houston and the Dallas game when Junior came down. Man, they had down their whole section.
Yeah. So that's we almost got dog on me there. We at the road. We at the end of the road.
Oh, Jimmy, I won last night, so I'm the champ.
No. Chris Walker and you tied.
I won. Chris Walker ain't called me. I mean, he ain't called, he ain't check in. So hey, what they said, a point, what did you punch? What they said, point seen, money made.
Money gone.
Money gone. Point seen, money gone, Jimmy. Hey, I sit there. I didn't even watch it, Jimmy. Then I clicked over there. I said, oh, it's a whooping. Chicago Bears. Justin Fields. It's my favorite quarterback now. That's Moody. Justin Fields.
Say, Herb Baker say, let's be real with JL3 Sport. Yeah.
Man. The kids would. The kids like each other. It's you crazy ass grown folks. The problem.
Yeah.
The kids would
be there.
Yeah.
You know.
If Wesley
then
wins,
guess what?
Hold up. That's too late. McDonald's already be voted for, man. Tell me if Wesley win. Jim, ain't they done already voted for all of them guys by now?
No, not officially.
I'm talking about in the back room.
Well, normally you have about 20 slots that pretty much based on my conversations with guys.
So if he win the state championship again, Wesley, that helps.
No.
That's too late, ain't it?
Yeah, it's too late.
That's what Aaron Wilford said.
No, they vote in January, man. They
Okay.
vote in January.
All right.
But they narrow them down. So the thing is with the McDonald's game is that most voters have they have roughly between 18 and 20 of those. At least 18 slots are already solidified in most voters' brains right now. You're convinced on 18, at least 18. I would say as many as 20. Now, those other 4 to 6 players, they will have holiday events during Thanksgiving and then Christmas, December, few events, right? And those are the times, opportunities for some people to play their way in to one of those that's on the bubble. If you're not even on the bubble, then you don't even have
Yeah.
Some people don't even get it, man. It's like, it don't even matter. You're not in the range.
Yeah.
It's like being in a line and you're waiting in a long ass line, guys, and they're about to run out. If you in the line, you can see the front. You in the range where you might be able to still get the item. Some people, you at the end of the line, man, you might well just you ain't got a chance. But they know what people gonna make you think. Stay in the line. They gotta give you one.
I'm trying to see what city I was in. They said, I forgot what food it was. It said until it run out. You stand in line until it run out. I was in some city. I've been going too much. I was in some city and say you can stay in this line. You can get this. I'm trying to see what food it was until they run out. What they ran out of? It was something they ran out, Jeff. You made me think about it. But what else you got? Ain't nothing else happening this weekend? Ain't nothing happening this weekend. You next week, right? Season opening is what? Next weekend?
No, the season opening is week after next.
We got it now. That's right, 2 weeks.
Next.
Because the magazine is getting cranked up. Well, what you got?
Hold on.
I know you had it.
I see. That is Moody. You asked me, let me change my hats. Yeah, baby. Say, hold on.
I ain't got but one hat. I ain't got but one hat, man.
Let me show y'all the proper etiquette with toothpicks. You put it in there first. You use one end to clean it, whatever you got to clean, right? Floss, whatever you want to do. You get the toothpick and you break it. Now, as you guys saw, if you watch Dusty does not have the whole toothpick. He has that's the hood etiquette on your toothpick. Now you put in your mouth, you got more control over your pick. If somebody's bumping you, you're not going to cut the back of your throat, with the sharp end. Now this pick, you can roll it, flip it, side to side. You got more control over your pick. It's like a choking up on the bat, like a cue stick. You know what I'm saying? If you playing pool, you trying to work the tar ball, then get what? You got control over your stick like that. Now guess what? Adam. I'm trying to see. Get what? I got one for you. I got one for you too. I got one. Hey, it's orange. It's the color of the Astro. Look.
I'm cheering for him, but I'm not wearing all that. Hey, this my dude right here.
Oh, the Astros. Hey, Dusty still don't have a contract. There's no negotiation.
Jimmy, he got the win, Jimmy. He got the win, Mindy. Dusty got Jimmy. Hold up, Jimmy. You know what? Jimmy, check this out, man. This is why I like Dusty. Watch Dusty. I'm gonna give him something. I'm gonna give him a little Dusty right quick.
You let them play. Let them play. Let them, have a good time. They're gonna fail. Sometimes I think we overcoach. Sometimes, and we try to push 30 years of our knowledge onto them at 12 or 13 or 14 years old. I mean, I believe that we should give them some knowledge, but some of it just go play. I think we overanalyze.
I'm gonna give y'all some more tomorrow. I'm gonna give y'all the whole thing tomorrow. But Jimmy, what I like about how intelligent it is, Jimmy, let me tell you something. He did something, and they told me he talked to his Spanish players and the Spanish press in Spanish. He talked to the Spanish press and to his Spanish players in Spanish. Dusty Baker, man. Oh my! I know you talking about he get to know the families, but I meant to add on yesterday that he talked to those people. He talked to those guys in Spanish. Cause what's his name? Yodon. Excuse me. What is it? Alvarez. Mendy. He had a translator. A lot of how many guys on the team got translators? Or do the same guy translate all of them?
No. You got
everybody got a different guy. That's big. Everybody got.
No, they would have the same translator now. Back in the days, because there wasn't that many of them. Some people had their own, but no, they got because most of them it's different dialects of Spanish. All Spanish isn't the same, and for people that's English primary.
English ain't the same.
I was about to say that all English ain't the same. So just imagine if we was talking Ebonics. For a person like Herb Baker, he definitely should know that because he played basketball overseas in a couple of those countries.
Let me help her.
The Spanish has different dialects and different. Sometimes some of them sometimes can't understand what the others are saying in certain countries.
Let me answer her right quick. Why does he have to win in order to get a contract? Because they ain't signed him yet. That's why he got to win. They ain't signed him yet. That mean they saying, I'm going to wait and see. Duh.
You know what's so crazy? If he did win, that's what I'm saying about Dusty. If I'm Dusty Baker and you win this World Series, you wait, you get your offer, and you turn that shit down. You don't even come back. You lay it down, and you go and you retire because guess what's going to happen? If they offer him another deal, it's likely to be another 1-year deal. And that means if things are not going right, they can fire you. They can fire you in the middle. You could go out gracefully.
Yeah.
Wait till they offer you now. Wait till they give you the offer. And then tell him what to do.
No, Jimmy, take that off. No, Jimmy. Don't leave no money on the table. If your ass old, don't leave no money on the table. Let them fire me and have to pay me. You talking about leave on top. I want to leave on top with a boatload of money. Yeah. Sign me and fire me.
How much you think Dusty Pulley? How much you think that man signed?
I don't know. Managers don't make that. Don't make the crazy.
Exactly.
They don't. So get you some more money, man.
But he good though.
No, ain't nobody, Jimmy. I promise you, I keep hearing y'all say he good. No.
Dusty can go. Let me tell you something. Dusty can go on a tour.
Jimmy.
Speaking at colleges, for the baseball programs, to the next year
Jim.
and just go to different ones, take off when you want to. And guess what? You know what those schools pay? You know what they pay?
Jim.
They pay 15 to 25 racks at the Power 5 schools for their speakers to go. I ain't talking about graduate commencement.
But I got a different opinion about that when I was on the golf course with a dude that got a jet plane. And dude owed him $100 for a bet on the golf course. He followed his ass all the way out to the car to get that money. I ain't never saying nobody got enough money no more. That man followed that man for the 100.
No, I didn't say he got enough money. I didn't say that. I said he can leave it on the table because he can go get it by speaking. He can go and duplicate that salary.
But what if he loved managing? Like Mindy said, he might if he loved managing.
Yeah. Guess what? He's in the quest for a ring as well. And Dusty, understand, he's in a quest for a ring.
So if he get his ring, you think he'll? I don't know.
I don't
know him well enough.
I'm saying if Dusty wins the World Series, then he has the leverage now. Because first of all, the Astros, what does it look like? It's very transparent. If that man win the World Series and you don't offer him at least one year deal.
That's the only leverage he has.
So now if you're Dusty Baker, you're going to say, I'm going to do this. I'll take this deal, but I'm not going to do this for the same amount I was just working for.
And I need to bring my son and bring him in.
You see?
I'm hiring my son.
You see what I'm saying? So now you're going to be able to impasse it because that man already thought about it. He didn't want to, if he wanted to sign you, he would have signed you on Tuesday.
Right.
So that means now he didn't even want to sign you for the amount that you're making already.
Damn it, did you see
the price goes up?
I told you, did you see the ceremony? Jim Crane didn't even smile. He just won. And he didn't smile, but I saw him at the golf course smiling like a damn Cheshire cat. But he didn't even smile. And the wife, she's kind of, she's cheesy. But Jim clicked, then he said, oh, just give it to Dusty. The trophy, just give it to Dusty. Man, let me tell you something, man. I be watching these folks, man. Hey, I've been watching these people for a long time, man. That man was not happy. Y'all go back and video it. He wasn't happy.
He wasn't happy?
Y'all, he wasn't happy. I told you what vibes he had. You wasn't listening to me yesterday. That man had some Don Sterling in him on that day. The man had some Robert Soft. Man, I'd like to see. What else you got, man, before we get out of here, man? Women Rock Wednesday tomorrow.
What I had, I had something on the table.
Okay.
And I was trying to pull it up. And
that man said Dusty probably drank some yak. Hold up. While you doing that, hold up. I got something for him with Dusty right quick. Watch this.
Hey man, say man, that's my partner, man. Hey man, that Dusty straight out the Red Rooster, ain't it, man?
That's the ball in his hand. And that ball in his hand.
Dusty probably get the Red Rooster at happy hour on Wednesday.
Hey, listen to me. Dusty wasn't pouring his ball on people like they were pouring on him. Dusty was drinking out here. I love that man.
Say man, that dude there, man.
Yeah.
I gotta call him. Hey man, that's on my bucket list, man. I need to have a combo with Dusty. Yeah, a good shot of scotch. Whatever we gonna pour, we need to get Dusty over to the spot, Alan, and we got to get him over there and pour him up one.
No, I got something for you, Jimmy. Here you go. Watch it.
Hablo con él hace un favor a nosotros y posible tener fuerza para ayudar. Hablo con él.
Dusty with Spanish on it. Dusty started speaking Portuguese and everything on their ass over there. Hey, that's the only reason I can cheer for y'all. If it wasn't for Verlaine, I keep telling y'all that woman at the bottom of that screen right there named Mindy Collins, Huh? And this dude over here with this hat on, they make me sick all year. Hey, Sandra, I'm sorry. They made me sick all year. Jimmy with the peanuts. Then he bring the peanuts, and then he got the fake trash can. He got. I mean, oh my goodness. But I can't root against Dustin. That's my dude. Hey Jimmy, have you noticed every time World Series time I get to cheering? Hey y'all, I might have to be in that joint. I might have to get my parking space back again. This is on Friday. I got to get my parking space back again on Friday. But
So
hey man, this man talking about Tom Brady, man. Hey man. That's why I hope she said she hoped the 76ers lose. So what? They won last night, baby. Guess what? They won last night. Jimmy, let me tell you something, man. Hey man, it's some crazy folks, man. Man, I was just talking to some members of that team. They ain't worried about that stuff, man. They said we lost. We just lost. We'll be all right. They said Joel Embiid is not in shape yet. So we got to get his big ass in shape. So they'll be all right. So quit hating.
Hey man, Say, what happened with them Rockets on that bench last night?
It wasn't bad. You didn't see it? You saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was watching the game when it happened.
I thought you were gonna try. I started to call John, but I said, no, he ain't gonna say nothing.
No, John ain't gonna. You gotta talk to him in person. Ain't gonna.
Yeah, he ain't gonna say it on the phone. But Jimmy, Jimmy, I think what happened. You gotta understand. I think your boy looked the purse Jalen Green off a couple times. I think. I got to go back and look at the game. I taped it. I just the way, and Jalen came and stood over him. See, it clicked away. Jalen came and stood over him. You know nobody don't like no talking crazy to me, standing up over me. That's why the big fella jumped up. You know what I'm saying? You know, you coming right. I'm sitting down. You bringing I don't like you that close to me, player. So he get up and Jalen bagged up. I think it was. I think I'm just glad, Jimmy. I'm glad to see some fire in there. But Jimmy, what I was pissed off about. This is what I was pissed off about. I got to show it to you. This is why I didn't like. This is what I didn't like.
He's 1 for 1.
John was talking to Gordon. You know how so John had been there and done it for 100,000 times. So John hit him out that right ear.
Yeah.
He's standing there gonna act like he keep talking to Gordon.
Yeah.
Just because you hear it, but you act like you don't see it.
He want to let him go. Yeah.
They gonna. That's good for the team, for the fire. Good for the fire. You know. Then all of a sudden, when he saw they was getting more than that, like he just pivoted and hopped right there and held the big fella on down.
It wasn't that bad. So I like that one. I ain't gonna lie. You know I don't like confrontation, but I ain't mad at that one. I really wasn't mad at that one. Coach Jay said after the game, man, that wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That dude going. You got to realize, Jimmy, Jalen was the darling last year. Jabari is the darling this year. Jabari had a breakout game last night.
Yeah.
But all three of them had 20-some points. Him, KP, and Wichicom had 20-some points. KP and what's my other kid's name? KP. What I call it? Yeah, KP and Jalen Green. All three of them had 20-some points last night. So the future is bright. I really, really like that, Jimmy. I ain't gonna even tell you no lie. I really like that.
So that's you know, just looking at that thing.
Yeah. But Jimmy, they won. See, let's talk about the win. They beat Utah, was undefeated.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a winnable game from the beginning. I saw that. It was a winnable game. And they closed it out. They almost tried to give it up though down there.
See, that's what the argument was about. You know, when Jimmy, they was up and then they tried to give it back. Jimmy, you know you're gonna argue, man, quit turning that thing over. Quit doing this, quit doing this. Then you standing in my face. Oh, you gonna get your private area out of my face. Get out the way and stand up. I think that's really what all happened. But Jimmy, let me tell you something. It's something to take a look at. KP, that's Kevin Porter's KP, Mr. Corrector, Corey Henderson. KP is Kevin Porter. Come on, man. Uh, but yeah, but it's Kevin, but Jalen Green, man, I like it. I'm glad to see some fight in him, man. But let me tell you, Jimmy, there's a dude on that team that I did not know he was this good. Tari Eason is a monster. Tari Eason. Jimmy, if he play, it was like they were saying, like, if he played 20 minutes a game, he's a walking double-double. Tari Eason, Jimmy, he seemed like he threw the ball up there just to get the rebound and get it back in and put it back up in. I'm serious. I did not know, because I don't remember him at LSU. Rockets got a steal in that one. Y'all, hey, all y'all do, keep looking at the stats. Keep looking for Tari Eason. Watch him play. Energizer, Jimmy. You know how y'all talking about effort? That's the effort dude right there. Texas A&M done suspended 3 football players. They need to suspend the coach.
What the name of the 3? Because they just suspended 3 or 4 earlier this year. And Texas A&M is one of them. Think about it like this.
Herb said he bet he can name one. Denver Harris got in trouble again? Chris Marshall and PJ, Lord have mercy. Not this Chris Marshall.
Glenn Junior College gonna be waiting. Ain't that what
Cam Newton.
What we call him? What's his nickname is? What we call
Ty
him?
Bridges.
That's what Ty Bridges went.
Why they get suspended, man? Jimmy, they losing up there and they getting suspended. The second suspension. What is them 3? Jimmy, these guys had. Jimmy, them your people, Jimmy.
Man, hey man. You could guess what?
Why are you putting your toothpick in your mouth? Dusty?
I'm still in dusty mode. I'm trying to call and play. Now, let me tell you something. With Chris Marshall, you could see an untamed tiger if you were paying attention to him just a few months ago.
Yeah.
You on the bench and Ronnie Courtney don't even want to talk to you, to install mental discipline in you. It's like, sometimes when people, some grown-ups, when they don't talk no more, how that mean they didn't, you do what you want to do. I didn't flush the toilet on you. Denver Harris, he came into this system thinking that you were football. You can't do one and done. So you're stuck there for 3 years, no matter what.
Yeah.
So the ideology of this stuff, and so my thing is with Chris Marshall now, go try to play basketball like you thought you was doing when you first signed them. Remember, that was the word that was seeping out. He's played both sports. Oh, he's really good. Go try to get your ass in the basketball team down there. And watch. What happens is, and we've seen kids like that, with untamed. And kid almost think they growner than you are. They were, and you get signs all the time. The next time you're out somewhere and the kids that you know, not even strangers, kids you know, and they curse and don't immediately either put the hand in their mouth, don't immediately turn over you and say, "Oh, excuse me," don't even acknowledge you whatsoever.
Problem.
That means they don't respect you like they should.
Absolutely. I concur.
Everything compounds off of the lack of respect. I didn't say no respect. I say like they should. It could be no respect, but I just use it real loosely. They don't respect you like they should. It ain't no different than somebody was to fart in the car with you. If they fart in the car with you and don't immediately let their window down or let you know, man, I just let one go. They don't respect you.
You got some more gruesome ass way of thinking, man.
That happened to you before. You know that. You know you've been
in the car. Man said you farted in the car and don't let the window down.
Don't say, man, I got one coming. I just let one go. That
That's
means
why I
I
always
don't
ride by
expect
myself.
you.
Yeah, that's why you ride by yourself. I hope you went. Wait a minute. You wasn't finding them cars when I be taking you. We be going on them trip. Y'all, I hate to go on a trip with him. He always trying to get me to drive. Tell my man, I got a little paperwork to do. I say, I look over that man, you still got a lot of paperwork to do. I'm tired as hell over here. But no, y'all. But no, it's Jimmy. Jimmy, I don't. Jimmy, why did you say something about a one and done? Why you think the kid thought he was gonna go to college and be one and done? You can't think
No,
like
I'm
that.
talking about the stardom.
In other words, I'm a 5-star. I done made it.
Yeah, I done made it. I'm good. I'm gone. I'm I'm about to start. I'm big man. You've been big man on campus. Everywhere you've been since you put on the chin strap. Now you get here. The thing is, the difference now is what tells the character of a person is how you.
So your phone cutting off over there.
When times are dire. Now we skipped a little bit.
That's
how
all.
you acting after the loss.
Under adversity.
So you get to see what's always been inside the person, but it never was tested because there was no agony, very little agony that he had to endure. Now you at A&M, they lost 3 or 4 out of 3 or 4 in football. They were talking about this team preseason, number 1 recruiting class. Preseason top 5. You and Jimbo, we gonna whoop you. There's everybody waiting. You can't play this. You gonna play Jimbo.
Jimmy is the guys that's not performing because he got the players. Are the players just because I ain't been watching them.
I watched like one game, but it's around the board. It's around the horn. They're not getting it done. The offense ain't sexy. They're not explosive.
What about the little high school guy, the basketball player that went to Tomball? Me and you went way out there to see and had all the trouble. He left the other school. Where is he?
Yeah, they sent him home. He been got in trouble, I think.
The Desmond dude, the Desmond something. What is
he still there?
I don't know. And man, this is what makes me sick right here. This is what makes me sick right here. Right? This shit right here. These alumni, they the youngest team in the country. What then you talking about? It's not an excuse. Well, why you put it up on the damn screen, Corey? They weren't young when you was bragging about them having the best recruiting class in the world. Now they're young. Man, when they get that whooping, they get that whooping. When they get that whooping, they get that whooping. That's all. You was bragging about them early in the season. How about them Aggies?
I just got it right here, Hatter. That's what I thought about.
Man, Dewey on, Jimmy. Dewey in the chop shop.
What's going on, Dewey?
What's up, Dewey?
I'm in there. I'm gonna send you something at the wire, Dewey, in a second. I just talked to Rondon yesterday. I'm gonna send you something right after the show over with. Demond Demas.
Yes.
Remember, he went to North Forest Middle School, which would have made him zone to North Forest High School. He went to I'm sorry.
I remember.
He was going to go to North Forest, and he was going, I think, to one of those schools, and he went and transferred to Tomball, moved in with somebody, ruled him not eligible. Guess what he has? He has officially entered the transfer portal in the spring. So he's going to sit out this whole year. He left Texas A&M.
Wow.
He left Texas A&M.
Jimmy, this the dude we had to go to the deck committee and the UIL. Man, you had me looking at this mess online.
Yeah.
Check this out, though. Deion Sanders sitting in the corner shaking his head. Maybe if these young had a mate and could relate, it could have came. Jimmy, that's a good point. That's a good point, Jimmy.
Guess what, though?
Good point.
Guess what? Well, see, here's the thing, though.
Uh-huh.
Do you sign football portal. Remember that portals is different in football, right? We talked about that the other day. So somebody can look it up. What's the portal for football? I think it's 15 days in December.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
I want to say December the 15th is somewhere around there. They got 15 days. Then the rest of the days come after the championship game is played.
Okay.
Well, in football, do you dare jump on the plank and get in the portal, sign with Jackson State with before the season is over and with a Deion bounce? So if anything,
any coach can bounce, Jimmy.
I know, but you're not going there for any coach. If there's ever a time,
okay, I got you. You're going there for Deion.
I got you. You're going
Jimmy, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Coach.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I might be giving some information that I shouldn't. He ain't bouncing right now. He ain't bouncing right now. I don't care what.
I can believe that. I can believe that now.
He's bouncing right now.
You know why I can believe that? I can believe Deion is not bouncing now because first of all, we know he wanted TCU, and they shit on him. He wanted Arkansas, but not as bad as he wanted TCU.
Right.
Then he would have took Arizona State. Then Georgia Tech came open, where he still has a home in Atlanta, and y'all act like that. Understand, Georgia Tech, you got to beat Clemson every year.
No.
You got to beat North Carolina every year. You Georgia Tech.
But Jimmy, it's stuff that wasn't said. I watched him on Good Morning America. I watched him on 60 Minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, after 60 Minutes, my people connects in Wall Street, the people that don't look like us, they call me asking me about Deion Sanders, the coach and the man. Wall Street, they watch 60 Minutes. They might not watch HBCU Game Day. Check this out. They inquiring about this guy because he put out an edict, Jimmy, and people probably glossed over it. He said, listen to me. If I got a congressman that can get us funds here, I got a billionaire that can get me funds here. Believe in Deion. He said, because if he said this week, it was down to us in Alabama for this top lineman in the country. And they beat us out. Can you imagine? And we broke. He said, if you imagine Jimmy, $4 million budget there, them other things got 30 and 40 and 50 million dollar budgets per year. Those other programs. He said, oh, I want somebody to do. Imagine if I had an even playing field. That man put out an edict to somebody. Let me tell you something. People are listening. That's why I'm saying this man, I don't know if he's gonna leave. Because Jimmy, what if somebody come there and said, let me endow this program? How much money y'all need to operate? 10 million? What if Robert F. Smith saw it? So what you need to operate? 20 million? Let's make it happen. So just me knowing how prideful he is, and the only reason he said it, Jimmy, and this is what I like about it. He said, my coaches need to get paid more. He said they ain't getting paid. So I'm just watching this. And guess what? He might leave and go because he know he got them coaches. Dennis Thurman and his offensive coach, them guys somebody gonna ask for them guys, Jimmy, soon. They keep winning. Somebody gonna want one of them guys.
Well, and you want one of them to move. That's only two of them gonna move probably regardless after this season.
Yeah.
This system is built for them to go on and benefit some of those guys. The offensive coordinator, move on. And trust me, Deion, remember, they had guys that was waiting, that was trying to volunteer for his staff.
Yes.
When he first got there.
Yes.
Terrell Owens was waiting for him to give him a spot down there. He couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
T.O. from down there, what, Alabama, somewhere down that way anyway?
T.O. from. T.O. Yeah, he from Atlanta area, I think, T.O. from. But I think it's people in Mississippi.
Yeah,
but
so I mean, I'm just saying.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm just good. Think about Jimmy. See, I've been watching College Game Day for a long time. Jimmy, I ain't never seen no HBCU on College Game Day. I ain't never seen one on 60 Minutes. Jimmy, they was on Good Morning America. So that man is bringing that situation, Jackson State, people talking about Southern University because they mentioned Southern University on the show. Desmond Howard coming to his office. Desmond Howard's in his office. Game Day flies down there early, y'all. They don't just get there one day. Game Day be prepared for y'all's ass. Desmond Howard down there in his office with him right now. Let's walk around the campus. This Game Day, man, it's powerful, man. Alabama, you're right. Alabama, I'm sorry, you're right. He's from Alabama. Sure is. Yes, sure is from Alabama. Thank you. But that's all, Jimmy. I just want that. I mean, HBCUs, man. This thing, the man put them on notice, Jimmy. And I knew that they listened when I get the phone calls I got. They said, "What kind of man is this guy, Robert? He's down there in your area. What kind of guy is he?" Guess what I did? Text Ray Forsett, tell him to give me a call. Hey man, that stuff going. Hey y'all, we got a special. This is a special coach. Let me tell you, we got a perfect storm. That's why I tell the other coaches, just hold on a minute. I know y'all jealous. This is how we do it in the SWAC. No, but we don't have to do it in the SWAC like that no more. We don't have to do it like that. We don't have to do it like that no more. We ain't struggling like we used to. Jimmy, I was just talking about yesterday, Jimmy. Why haven't Texas Southern, you mentioned it the other day, but you talked about Turkey Hook, and I kind of piggybacked on you. Why don't they have their own collective? It ain't got to be like U of H. It ain't got to be like but let's Texas collective. So our athletes, we can take care of these kids when they need something, when they want it. Not necessarily we want them to want something. Let them take care of their wants too. Not everything just for their need. We tired of just needing a collective for TSU. Guess what? They didn't open the lane for you to do it. Somebody got to thinking about doing it, man. Somebody got to think about doing it. Marion High School versus Provision. Okay, look at Doug. Look at Herb.
Yeah.
Herb, you the head coach?
Yeah, Herb Baker, the head coach at
Herb Baker is the head HNIC.
Yeah. Herb is the head coach.
Who is his assistant? Who Herb's assistant?
I don't know telling.
How you don't know, Jimmy? You the high school basketball guru.
Yeah, but it's I know assistant coaches. I don't know many of the assistant.
Herb, who is your assistants, man? Give us some. Let me give your assistants some shout out today on the Chop Shop, man. Jimmy, you know who one of my favorite coaches is now, right? High school coaches is, right? Franklin Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Dobie High School.
Dobie High School. I told him he got to get his weight up if he want to come to some of them events.
Yeah. And I just found out something about that little kid Demas. We was talking about the wide receiver.
Oh, you did? What'd you do?
That was formerly at Texas A&M. Was an All-American. Okay,
check
this out.
athlete.
Remember now, in 2020, he was accused of putting his hands on his girlfriend. Remember? The girlfriend mama spoke up more than once.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Then the following year, on that girl, it became a second time, he ended up after, got an attorney. They squashed it, got it back on the team. And he played last year at Texas A&M.
Didn't bust a grape.
And he 15 catches, 235 yards, 1 touchdown before he got hurt. He got hurt, had a season-ending leg injury. But he also got arrested and stopped and had some weed in the car in 2021.
He had no gun in it.
So now just a week.
Just
Well,
week.
I don't know, but they ain't charging with that. You got to charge a week. So that was the straw that broke the back. He was on pretty much on
Probation.
scholastic probation. You have to go. So he got in the portal, and that's where he is in limbo now. But once again, a player like that, once again though, if he's assured that Deion is going to be there, meaning that that school will let him out, will release them or whatever, because it gets tricky. Then they go because it's enough of those.
But would Deion want him?
Yeah, he got the size, Adam.
No. Would he want him, Jimmy? No. You got to realize Deion just set down his best wide receiver, Jimmy. Malachi Wideman, who played basketball too for Jackson State. That's why I know him so good, because he was dunking on everybody when we went to see Jackson when we played Jackson State. He wasn't going in the classroom. He wasn't getting his class. He just said, "Look here, man, I owe too much to your mama. I promise your mama. I can't let you do this to yourself, man. You can't play." His best wide receiver, y'all, Deion set him on the bench. Malachi about 6'4", 6'5", and jump out the gym. So if you ain't gonna do right, he'll take him. But I think the guy was saying, why do you come to Deion? Why you come to Deion at first? You know that system up there is not conducive for you. They just gonna throw you away like they're doing. Now they suspending these guys. They gonna replace these guys. Jimbo Fisher gonna replace these guys. Coach, and let me tell you something. Athletes, Texas A&M been around a long time, and it's gonna be around when you gone. So if you go there, hey man, if you go there, just go and think about it. Y'all just go there and take care of your business and get out of there and do your thing. Why you got to be driving through a parking lot at 90 miles an hour through a damn parking lot? Wow. Unbelievable, Jim. Take us on out of here, man.
Man. And I'm looking at poor Rod Wells, man. Rod Wells, how them Dodgers doing right now, man?
Rod Wells sick as dog. He ain't got nothing. Rod Wells, he
Dodgers
gonna cheer
doing
for the
right
Phillies.
now?
He gonna cheer for the Phillies.
Guess what? One thing I tell you guys about winning, when you win a lot, remember I say it all the time, they can't ignore you.
Absolutely.
If you keep winning. Now, you think of the Astros, as many people who didn't want them to win, who was loving it, but if you win, they can't ignore you. Everybody in the country know who Jeremy Pena is right now.
Yes, sir.
Everybody in the country knows. They knew who Alvarez was. Not everybody, but a lot of them that didn't. Yeah. People in Seattle, Washington, they damn sure know who Alvarez is if they didn't before. But you know who Pena. They know who Altuve was already. But they get to see certain people like Jeremy Pena. When y'all was looking at us a year ago, and you wondered, man, how the hell would they let Carlos Carrera just walk? Because the scouting department of the Astros convinced upper management that we have a dude that's the same replica, and you get him at a fraction of the dollar, pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar.
The price just went up though now, but keep going.
Yeah. But guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? We good. He locked in now all the way through next year.
Jimmy, you made me think of something. Like, I like Kyle Tucker. I didn't know he was that good because I wasn't paying attention. I like Chad McCormick. I didn't know these dudes pretty doggone good, man. I mean, I'm liking this team. Mindy got me studying the Astros right now.
That's what winning does. That's why I keep telling y'all, when people see the people that discount the value of winning are those who don't win. When you don't win, oh man, winning ain't everything. We ain't worried about no winning. I hear it in grassroots about, man, look how many kids we get in college. That's what this is all about. We get all our kids going D1. We good. We ain't worried about winning. You say that when you don't win. You always hear that shit when people don't win.
Yeah, right.
But if they go and win the whole Peace Jam, hey man, you see me winning, we kicking ass. So why? Wait a minute, I thought you said winning don't matter.
Wow.
That's the giant excuse.
Yeah.
Chris Walker need to add another chapter to the book, The Elephant in the Room. That's another.
But he was his own element. He the one started that shit. Hell, I used to tell him, dude, you always losing. But oh my God,
Chris used to say it all the time. And I told Chris that's the biggest piece of crap I ever heard in my life. Because you're saying what you want me to believe. You going out there just don't care.
And Jimmy, his actions wrong because remember he beat the hoops and he acted fool around there.
Exactly. Him and T. Harvey on the bench. Dancing.
What T. Harvey, man?
I saw him a couple of weeks ago. He was in H-Town.
Oh, okay.
He was in H-Town. But anyway, man, it's time to get up out of here. I gotta go. Got an eye appointment. And I'm gonna get up out of there, man. We'll see you guys on tomorrow. Thanks so much for tuning into the Chop Shop. Make sure you share the show to your timelines, to your groups, to your pages. We'll be right back at it on tomorrow. Hold on. I'm seeing we got a big long message down at the bottom.
Yeah, I see it.
James tomorrow say, I'm sorry, guys, but I believe taking your kids to Texas A&M is athletic suicide. These same...
Go say it.
Well, I can't.
You don't want to say it like that. I guess
I can't necessarily
you work
agree with that, James Samara, always, because a lot of people, they put you in the room, and you have the opportunity to make of that what you can. You're resourceful if you're taking care of your business, and then guess what? That alumni base, if you will have met enough people, it's up to you to call people and tell them happy birthday. Up to you to call and one way you really win.
Jimmy, I keep hearing that, right? But we'll talk about this tomorrow. I want you to do some research on that. I keep hearing that. The alumni base. Do they help everybody? Because they don't help everybody. I heard they don't help everybody.
I can believe that.
They don't help everybody, every athlete. They don't help everybody. So that alumni base thing is because I said the same thing you said, but Robert, let me tell you something. They don't help everybody. They'll help everybody. They'll help a few, and then think they done that for you. But James Amaro, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I believe you mean.
Yeah.
Them universities want you just for your body right now. That's all. They don't care nothing about your mind. Those universities want your body. So, but we'll talk about it another day.
Man. Hey, man, you guys make sure you shout the show on the way out the door. Robert Haller, this Jim Hicks Chop Shop. We up out of here. Peace. We are home.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We